But once he fights a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
If he ain't gotta look for Roach, that's a good thing. And he's not gonna run over Tank, you know? And he's not gonna knock Tank out.
That lawnmower, that's it. Stop that motherfucker.
Floyd Mayweather had a strong reaction to Gervonta "Tank" Davis' latest training video, calling him the hardest puncher at 135 pounds. He praised Tank's power, speed, and skill, saying no one in the division can match him. Mayweather believes Tank has become the new face of boxing, just like he and Mike Tyson were in their time. With his knockout power, star presence, and undefeated record, Tank is now the sport's biggest attraction. This is his moment to take over and build a lasting legacy.
Many years ago, we spoke, and you spoke to our production group. You said, I've watched Floyd. I watched Canelo. I look at all the tapes of Ray Leonard, Manny Pacquiao, all these guys. I'm going to be the face of boxing. Are you now?
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
Tank Davis is fully focused and determined as he prepares for his March 1st fight against Lamont Roach. He spoke about his mindset, saying it's important to stay sharp and disciplined at the highest level of boxing. Davis knows that once a fighter reaches the top, every fight matters, and there's no room for laziness. He stressed that not preparing properly can lead to bad performances, so he stays dedicated throughout training camp. His goal isn't just to win, but to put on an exciting show for the fans. Davis understands that great performances bring in more fans and boost his popularity. He sees boxing as both a sport and entertainment, where fighters must keep the audience engaged with dominant performances. With his knockout power and ability to excite fans, Davis has become a must-watch fighter, and he is committed to keeping that reputation.
Look like a fool when I go out there in the ring, you know? I want to stay sharp. I want to stay like, you know, when you reach that top level or things like that, you want to always like make sure you go out there and give it your all. You don't want to like slip up and, you know, underwork yourself, and then you feel like you didn't do enough work inside the training, and training camp, so you can't look good when you fight and things like that. So I'll make sure I try to stay like as much possible, stay focused as possible as I can, you know, so I could be able to also give out, put on a great performance in front of the fans and things like that. Because if you always put on a great performance, the fans you draw more fans, though, you know, that want to see you.
More dollars for sure. When
yeah,
you put
for
on
sure.
The show, like you got to do your job at the same time. It's an entertainment at the end of the world. You're a brand. So
Tank Davis shared that he always takes time to study his opponents in the early rounds instead of rushing in recklessly. He stressed the importance of patience and strategy, explaining that he carefully watches his opponent's movements before fully attacking. This smart approach helps him avoid unnecessary risks while finding the right moments to strike. Davis compared this mindset to life, saying that success comes from adapting and making smart choices rather than charging ahead without thinking. As fight night gets closer, he stays focused on delivering another dominant performance, knowing that every win strengthens his position at the top of the sport. Fans can expect him to bring his power, skill, and showmanship to the ring on March 1st.
Yeah, for sure. Because I never want to go out there and, like, you know, and run into a punch that I don't see or anything like that. So I like to feel my opponent out and things like that. Even that's what life period. You just don't go out there and just, you know, head honcho. You just always want to figure your way through things, and, you know, then gradually, like, you know, loosen up, and then, you know, once you find them openings, then that's when you go ahead on.
It's funny you say that when you finding them openings and like you open them up a little bit like that, like, so like you say, you already knowing what punch you for the hit, like, okay, he flinched on that one, so I'm gonna come with the right hook on the next one and catch him. Like I look at you as like one of them boxers that known for you'll walk him down, like from the announcers, oh, he got a nice shot, he ain't gonna tank him. Bow. Lights out, like it's like, man, it's like you know how to make adjustments, bro. And I just love to see. I know the fans love to see it, bro. You know me, I like keep it going, bro, because you got a lot of people rooting for you. But you also know you got a lot of haters too. But
Tank Davis acknowledged that Lamont Roach is a skilled opponent who will bring his best, but he made it clear that fans will still see the same dangerous and dominant version of him in the ring. He knows Roach will be prepared, but Davis is focused on proving why he remains one of the best in the sport. He emphasized that staying at the top takes constant dedication, which is why he has been pushing himself harder than ever in training camp. Davis has been putting in intense work, sharpening his power, speed, and defense to make sure he's in top shape for fight night. He has been sparring against top-level fighters, fine-tuning his strategy, and making sure every part of his game is sharp. His training footage shows him working on explosive combinations, heavy bag drills, and endurance training to prepare for any challenge Roach might bring. When asked about the possibility of a knockout, Davis confidently said, hopefully, for sure. He believes that if he lands clean, it could be another highlight reel finish. He is determined to make a statement and give fans the performance they expect. Boxing legend Mike Tyson has praised Davis, calling him a great fighter with incredible potential. When asked about comparisons between them, Tyson didn't dismiss the idea but welcomed it, saying that if Davis keeps working hard and stays dedicated, he will become a legend too. Tyson highlighted that greatness comes from consistency, discipline, and the ability to dominate opponents, all qualities he sees in Davis. His words reinforce the belief that Tank is on the path to becoming one of boxing's all-time greats.
I mean, I have to ask you, would you ever remake your famous video game? Bring it to the next generation consoles, my friend?
Hey, I'm just happy to be alive.
What about, I mean, what do you think about Tank, people comparing Tank Davis to you? I mean, what do you think about that?
Tank's a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? What do you think about this bringing to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Oh, okay. All right, well, thank you. Okay, bye.
Tank Davis's training is designed to maximize his speed, power, and endurance. His workouts include exercises that improve his agility and explosiveness in the ring. He uses plyometrics, resistance band drills, and core workouts to boost his balance and defensive reflexes. To build stamina, Tank does high-intensity cardio like sprints and jump rope. His strength training focuses on bodyweight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, and calisthenics, helping him stay powerful without adding extra weight. This well-rounded approach keeps him sharp, conditioned, and ready for fight night.
Guys, over the last couple days, Gervonta Davis has released footage of him in fight camp. He looks motivated, he looks focused. You're seeing him doing calisthenics, a lot of different sort of functional body weight movements with a little bit of resistance. So what can we expect from him? Business as usual? Do you guys give Lamont Roach any chance of beating Tank? Let me know that in the comment section below.
Tank Davis's training footage showcases his explosive power, sharp reflexes, and well-rounded skills. From heavy bag drills to high-intensity sparring, he's perfecting his knockout ability while maintaining speed and endurance. His dedication to strength, agility, and precision shows he's taking this fight seriously. With his heavy punches and relentless work ethic, it's clear he's preparing for total dominance. Lamont Roach will have to handle intense pressure, making this a potentially tough and punishing night for him in the ring. Oscar de la Hoya has praised Tank Davis's power and skill, saying that his fight against Lamont Roach will be extremely tough for Roach to handle. He pointed out that Tank has much more experience at the highest level, having faced and beaten top opponents throughout his career. De la Hoya also highlighted Davis's relentless dedication to training, noting that he always comes prepared. He explained that Tank's punching ability is deceptive, his shots come from unexpected angles, and his combinations are unpredictable, making him a dangerous opponent. Describing Tank as sneaky in the ring, De La Hoya said Davis is great at setting traps that opponents don't see coming. His ability to strike with precision and power, combined with his high ring IQ, makes him one of boxing's most feared fighters. According to De La Hoya, Roach will need to be at his absolute best just to survive against Tank.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
Oscar de la Hoya has praised Tank Davis's power and skill, saying that his fight against Lamont Roach will be extremely tough for Roach to handle. He pointed out that Tank has much more experience at the highest level, having faced and beaten top opponents throughout his career. De la Hoya also highlighted Davis's relentless dedication to training, noting that he always comes prepared. He explained that Tank's punching ability is deceptive, his shots come from unexpected angles, and his combinations are unpredictable, making him a dangerous opponent. Describing Tank as sneaky in the ring, De La Hoya said Davis is great at setting traps that opponents don't see coming. His ability to strike with precision and power, combined with his high ring IQ, makes him one of boxing's most feared fighters. According to De La Hoya, Roach will need to be at his absolute best just to survive against Tank.
Davis is prospering, and he's got a big fight coming up 3 weeks from now in the Barclays Center in New York, in Brooklyn, New York, against Lamont Roach, the 130-pound WBA champion, fighting for the 135-pound WBA championship. Now, Gervonta Davis put out a tweet and said, "This is greatness. Don't let anybody fool you or convince you otherwise." And I agree 100%. And I know that there are people that are going to come to this comment section and say, who did he fight? What did he do? Who did he fight? What did he do? If you pay attention to boxing long enough and you watch boxing long enough, you better believe you're going to hear that same question being said about every fighter in Gervonta Davis' situation. And I'm telling you, this is something that happens over and over and over again. Greatness is your opinion about somebody's career in totality. Who had a great career? Floyd Mayweather Jr. had a great career. Sugar Ray Leonard had a great career. Ali had a great career. Clearly great careers. But if you listen to the commentary coming directed at Ali before many of his fights,
a respected boxing analyst recently highlighted an important truth about Tank Davis and the criticism he often faces. Quoting Tank's tweet, "This is greatness. Don't let anybody fool you or convince you otherwise." The analyst fully agreed, pointing out that every great fighter in history has faced the same doubts. He explained that no matter how dominant a fighter is, people will always question their record, asking who did he fight? What did he do? This isn't unique to Tank. It has happened throughout boxing history. Legends like Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Sugar Ray Leonard all faced similar criticism before their biggest fights. Critics often claimed their opponents weren't good enough, only for history to later prove their greatness. The analyst stressed that true greatness isn't judged by public opinion in the moment, but by long-term dominance and achievements. Like the legends before him, Davis keeps winning, entertaining, and proving doubters wrong. While some may question his opponents now, history will ultimately define his career based on his performances and legacy. As the analyst put it, greatness is greatness, and Davis is on the path to cementing his own.
My thing was, it wasn't that he's a big guy who could go to 140. It was that he's so talented and punched so hard that those skill sets can carry up with them in weight. That's what the great ones do. They have that ability. That's why I mentioned Floyd Mayweather wasn't 154, but his skill set was so good. The difference between Tank and Floyd is that Tank got the type of power. When you got power that carry up like Pacquiao, you can move up many weight divisions, not just, the two that he primarily fought in. We saw him dribbling Mario Barrios off the canvas. So we saw him do it at once.
Respected boxing trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas has been one of the strongest voices praising Tank Davis, not just for his power, but for his high-level ring intelligence. While many focus on Davis's highlight reel knockouts, Atlas believes his true strength is his strategic approach to fighting. According to Atlas, Davis is the most complete fighter in boxing today because he combines raw power with technical brilliance. He pointed out that Tank doesn't recklessly throw punches just to get a knockout. Instead, he carefully studies his opponent, looking for patterns, weaknesses, and openings. His ability to set traps and force opponents into mistakes is what makes him so dangerous. Once Davis finds the right angle, he delivers the finishing shot with pinpoint accuracy. Unlike some heavy hitters who rely only on brute force, Davis has mastered the art of breaking opponents down over time. He applies pressure, controls distance, and forces his opponents into uncomfortable positions before unleashing his devastating power. He's patient, Atlas said. He doesn't waste punches. He makes you make mistakes, and then he makes you pay for them. This level of intelligence and calculated aggression sets Davis apart from many of his peers. Atlas believes that if Davis continues refining his skills, his dominance will only grow. His ability to think, adapt, and execute at the highest level makes him one of the most dangerous and complete fighters in the sport today. Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult even suggested that Tank Davis has the potential to surpass Floyd Mayweather in overall boxing ability. While Mayweather was known for his defensive mastery and precision, Tank brings a unique blend of knockout power, agility, and explosiveness. His ability to end fights with a single punch makes him one of the most dangerous fighters today. Unlike many power punchers, Davis has also shown significant improvement in his defense, making him a more complete fighter. If he continues evolving, some believe he could build a legacy that rivals, or even surpasses, Mayweather's. Interview 10. Ryan Garcia, who has shared the ring with Tank Davis, has openly praised his former opponent's skill set. Despite Tank's reputation for knockout power, Garcia pointed out that it's not just raw strength that makes him dangerous, it's his precision, timing, and ability to land unexpected shots. Garcia admitted that some of Tank's punches don't seem devastating at first, but once they land, they have a serious impact. One key aspect he highlighted was Davis's accuracy. Tank doesn't just throw wild shots, every punch is calculated and placed with purpose, Garcia explained. His ability to read opponents, set traps, and land clean, effective shots separates him from other power punchers. Garcia also emphasized Tank's high boxing IQ, saying that his ability to mix up combinations and adjust during a fight makes him unpredictable and hard to counter. Fighting Davis isn't just about handling his power, it's also about overcoming his strategy and skill. Garcia described Tank as a complete fighter, one who understands positioning, timing, and movement better than most. Because of this, he believes Tank's ability to methodically break down opponents makes him one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport today.
Because Gervonta is considered like, you said he's not a big puncher, but he's considered
not,
like one of the, is it like precision?
Bro, he cannot hit hard, I'm telling you. He's accuracy. The punches that you don't see are the ones that hurt you, not the ones that you do see.
Yeah.
But on top of it, there's some people that even if you see it, that shit hurts. He's not like that. He's just he's what he is. You know, and he's an accurate sniper. He's a sniper.
Tank's trainer, Kenny Ellis, is confident that Tank Davis will knock out Lamont Roach in their upcoming fight. While he acknowledged that Roach is a skilled and capable fighter, Ellis firmly stated that Roach doesn't have what it takes to beat Tank in the ring. According to Ellis, Davis is simply on another level in terms of power, skill, and ring IQ, making it extremely difficult for Roach to find a path to victory. He emphasized that Tank has been training harder than ever, sharpening every part of his game to stay dominant on fight night. Ellis noted that while Roach has solid fundamentals, he won't be able to handle the explosive power and relentless pressure that Tank brings. He dismissed any idea that Roach could overpower Davis, stating, "Tank is too strong, too fast, and too smart to let that happen." With Davis's ability to adjust, break down opponents, and capitalize on their mistakes, Ellis believes the fight won't go the distance. He predicts that Tank will not only win but do so in dominant fashion, securing yet another highlight reel knockout victory.
Lamont Roach, a lot more, just a lot more outspoken nowadays, talking about the Tank fight, talking about like, I'm gonna beat his ass, what, don't let me knock him out now. One of the biggest upsets in boxing. I mean, tell me, Coach, go ahead.
I like Lamont Roach and his team, the whole Roach team, man. Again, I will not go hard with the team like I do everybody else because You know, we've been around each other for years, and his uncle Boogaloo Roach was a nice guy. We always respected each other, so some things I can't do with the Roach team like I do with other people's team because it's a respect thing, you know. But at the same time, they can talk tough to each other. It's boxing, but some things I can't say to them, and I won't say to them because I got respect. Even though he's no longer here, I got respect for Boogaloo Roach. You know what I mean? Good man he was, you know. But I can't see Roach running over Tank. That ain't gonna happen. And I don't see Roach running like 12 rounds, you know. And I don't see Tank having to look for Roach. That's a good thing. If he ain't got to look for Roach, that's a good thing. And he's not gonna run over Tank, you know. And he's not gonna knock Tank out.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. See you next time.